The world watches with bated breath, a chilling question echoing in the back of everyone's minds. Are we on the brink of World War III? It's a question that, for decades, seemed relegated to the realm of dystopian fiction, yet today, it carries an unsettling air of plausibility. The specter of global conflict, once a distant nightmare, has crept into our everyday conversations, fueled by escalating tensions, shifting geopolitical landscapes, and the ever-present threat of nuclear war. From the heart of Europe to the bustling cities of Asia, the world is grappling with uncertainty and fear. The images flashing across our screens, battlefields in Eastern Europe, warships in the Taiwan Strait, and fiery rhetoric from world leaders, paint a disconcerting picture of a world on edge. This growing anxiety is not unfounded. It stems from a confluence of factors that, when examined closely, reveal a world teetering on a precipice. To understand the possibility of another world war, we must first understand the tinderboxes that threaten to ignite it. The question of whether a third world war is imminent is not merely a matter of public speculation, it's a topic that occupies the minds of leading experts and policymakers worldwide, and the answers they offer are far from reassuring. A 2025 report by the Atlantic Council, a respected think tank, revealed a startling statistic. 40% of global strategists believe a world war is likely to erupt by 2035. This figure represents a significant increase from previous years, underscoring the growing sense of urgency among those who study global conflict. Historian Philip Zelikow, known for his expertise in international relations, estimates a 20 to 30% chance of worldwide warfare within the next 1 to 3 years. This assessment, while chilling, reflects the volatile nature of current geopolitical dynamics. Adding to the concern is the alarming observation by numerous experts that the world is closer to nuclear war than at any point since the height of the Cold War. This stark warning serves as a potent reminder of the devastating consequences that even a minor miscalculation could have on the world stage. At the heart of the escalating tensions in the Asia-Pacific region lies the island nation of Taiwan, a vibrant democracy that has become a focal point of global concern. China, which claims Taiwan as its own territory, has become increasingly assertive in its stance, raising fears of a potential military conflict. Adding fuel to the fire is the fact that a staggering 65% of experts believe China will attempt to retake Taiwan by force within the next decade. This figure, up from 50% in 2023, underscores the growing belief that a military confrontation over Taiwan is a real and present danger. In a move that sent shockwaves through the international community, China conducted live-fire military exercises near Taiwan in 2024, a stark demonstration of its military might and a clear signal of its resolve. This escalation of military activity, coupled with increasingly bellicose rhetoric from Chinese officials, has heightened fears of a potential invasion. The Taiwan Strait, once a symbol of peaceful coexistence, has become a powder keg, its waters patrolled by warships and its skies filled with fighter jets. The world watches with bated breath, hoping that diplomacy and restraint will prevail, but bracing for the possibility of a conflict that could easily spiral out of control. The ongoing war in Ukraine, which began with Russia's invasion in 2022, has become a major flashpoint in the escalating tensions between Russia and the West. This conflict, far from being a localized crisis, has the potential to draw in major powers, transforming it into a global conflagration. A chilling 45% of experts predict a direct military confrontation between Russia and NATO by 2035, a figure that has risen significantly from previous years. This assessment reflects the growing concern that the war in Ukraine could spill over its borders, igniting a wider conflict. Adding to the complexity of the situation is the involvement of external actors. Reports suggest that North Korean troops and possibly Chinese mercenaries are fighting alongside Russian forces in Ukraine, further internationalizing the conflict and raising the stakes. The possibility of Ukraine falling to Russia is a scenario that sends chills down the spines of Western leaders. Such an outcome, experts warn, could embolden Russia to set its sights on other neighboring countries, potentially triggering NATO's collective defense clause and plunging the world into a full-blown war between nuclear-armed superpowers. The Middle East, a region long plagued by conflict and instability, remains a volatile powder keg with the potential to erupt into a wider war that could draw in global powers. The Israel-Palestinian conflict, a seemingly intractable dispute, flared up again in early 2025 with Israel conducting military operations in Gaza, Lebanon and Syria. The escalating violence and the involvement of regional actors like Hezbollah, backed by Iran, threaten to ignite a wider regional conflict. Adding to the volatility is the ongoing shadow war between the United States and Iran. U.S. airstrikes against Houthi targets in Yemen, part of a broader campaign against Iranian influence, risk escalating into a direct confrontation between the two countries. The potential for Iran to develop nuclear weapons is another major concern in the region. Experts believe that if Iran acquires nuclear capabilities, it could trigger a regional arms race, increasing the likelihood of nuclear conflict. The Middle East, already a tinderbox, could easily become the epicenter of a global conflagration. Looming over all these potential flashpoints is the terrifying specter of nuclear war. The very weapons that were meant to deter conflict have become a source of profound anxiety, their existence a constant reminder of the potential for unimaginable devastation. A staggering 48% of experts surveyed by the Atlantic Council believe that nuclear weapons will be used by 2035, a chilling statistic that underscores the gravity of the situation. This fear is further compounded by the prediction that at least one new country will acquire nuclear weapons by 2035, potentially upsetting the delicate balance of power and increasing the risk of nuclear proliferation. The modernization of nuclear arsenals by major powers is another cause for concern. The United States is investing $1 trillion over 20 years to upgrade its nuclear triad, while Russia is reportedly exploring the use of artificial intelligence in nuclear command and control, raising fears of an accidental launch or miscalculation. The potential consequences of a nuclear detonation are almost too horrific to contemplate. The loss of life, the environmental devastation, and the long-term health impacts would be catastrophic, potentially plunging the world into a nuclear winter that could last for decades. The mere existence of nuclear weapons poses an existential threat to humanity, and the possibility of their use cannot be ignored.